Hello. Yeah, this is Solomon here. I want to show you what I did for the past few days to get this data from this consultant's daily report into a database. And it's good that the data as submitted by the consultant is in the same format, so it's consistent, and every sheet on this file has the data same field data in the specific cells. Say, for example, um, this particular cell D9, always has title Petro, and this cell uh, S9 has consultant name and so on. So that is good. That is a good thing. Now, what I did was I went ahead and created a database application. So the data from those sheets are brought into this database here. Okay, so I brought the data from those data sheets from the Excel file into a table like this. So this has all the header information and the footer information from all those sheets stored here. Then for the costs and I moved them to a separate table in the database, and but it links to the original, you know, consultant report by means of what I call operation report number. So that way we can link up this cost with that operation report number. And similarly, the details of each operation also are brought into a separate table, and this table keeps track of basically copy the data from the begin time, end time, and which uh, report it belongs to. Okay, so this operation report number is sort of internal. I use it to make sure the data is consistent, and so that's that. All right, now how did I get this data over here? I used some scripting. I wrote some custom code for the data for data import. And so this is the main menu. It doesn't look all that pretty right now, but it's the idea is to kind of give a simple interface for the users to experiment or play with the system. Right now, I have these three buttons kind of do something right now. And so import data from consultant sheets, click on that. It takes you to a separate form. So here I click on the select input file. And this time it wants me to select the consultant report file. I'm going to use the file that um, Scott sent me. And so this one is from consultants. Uh, okay, so drilling reports, well, click open. So what it does is it doesn't actually open the Excel file. It opens the Excel file sort of in the background. And let me go ahead and then what it does is it goes opens the Excel file and pulls all the sheet names from, okay, and okay, let me just do this separately differently. Okay, here we go. Documents. Okay. Morning reports, example files for Solomon, consultant flow chart. Okay, there it is. All right, let's go back here. Let me pick the right file. Okay, documents, consulting. Davis, sample files, consultant flow, report received via email. Click open. It opens an Excel file and loads all the names of the sheets in this drop-down box. So this drop-down box has all the sheets from that Excel file. Now I already have imported some data, and let me pick something that I have not imported. Let me see, October 30, October 31st, click on import data from consultant. So what it does it in three passes. First time it imports the header data into some sheet. into another table, into the header sheet, in the headers data table. Then that's done importing. Then it goes through and pulls all uh, the operations. So operation details have been imported. Then it goes and pulls all the cost information. So importing is done. Click OK. Now at this point, I can take a look at the table and make sure the data has been imported. So if I go to the table named operation report, okay, and this was the last one that was imported. Wait a minute, this one, sorry. So October 31st, it has been imported, and this has a number 82. Okay, so 82 is the number. Now if I go to let me close this. I go to operation costs, okay, and right at the very bottom here, we should have 82. You have 82. Okay, so we sort this on not just smallest. There it is. Okay, so we got a bunch of 82. Some blank records are there; they will not get reported, but we got cost data for these. The last sheet I imported. I can also look at operation details, and let's sort this on. There it is. So it's got operation details for those from 82. Okay, good. So we got all the data. Now I can then go back here. I can close this and go to preview operation details report, all reports. So it's going to pull up all the reports. Later, I will set it up so that you can specify criteria for selection. Right now, it's pulling up, starting from October. So if you go to the last record, this is the last one that got imported. Okay, this is the one that got imported just now, and it is showing as a PDF page in a PDF file. Now I could as well have picked only this page for display or print or email, and the data file here can also be emailed to somebody directly if you use Outlook. And I could filter on any of these fields. I could filter by company, by well name, or by date, or by consultant, or a combination of that. And I can also filter based on the hours, and even specific string search inside these operation details can be used for filtering. Okay, so filtering, it gives you putting the data in a database gives you lots of flexibility in being able to query and report and all that. So this is the operation detail, and let's take a look at the cost report. So cost report, this layout here, I'm not showing all the fields that I imported. I'm not sure which ones you want in the final report, which ones you don't want. I know you wanted to separate the operation details from the costs. So that this is the cost. Wait a minute. This is the cost report. It doesn't show the operation details, and so I pretty much pull the data from there and just prod it here, and I don't do any processing. Simply data coming from the Excel file into the database and then gets reported. I'm not doing any calculations here, just reporting as it was received from the consultant file. Okay, and so this is the last one. If I go to the last record, this is the one we just imported, 82, and so we got the numbers here. Okay, so these numbers all come from that Excel file that I just imported. Okay, and so this is a sort of a just a preview of what is possible. And I know right now you have tens or twenties or hundreds of those sheets in all over the place, and all of them can be brought into one database and have a simple easy interface where you can quickly pull up any report. And these reports, I'm going to go back and get more details on how you want, what you want on each of these report, which you want a certain field in a certain place. You don't want, you want to remove something, move something, or you want to add something. All that can be done. And also, the best thing is you can even do, you can highlight some exceptional values. Like for example, if a particular number is gone above 5 or 6 and you want to highlight that, you can do that. You can do custom what do you call, conditional formatting of data. So it's instead of just showing everything in this plain black and white, we can color code out extreme values, and so that by looking at the report, you can make lots of interesting discoveries. So that's the idea. All right, so let me go ahead and send you this Excel file. I cleaned it up a little bit since I sent you one version this morning. But welcome to take a look at this, and let me know what do you think. All right, thanks, guys.